I am president of TNT Fireworks. We're the largest consumer fireworks company in the U.S. Public relations for me is a little bit different in that we spend an enormous amount of time in safety and education in putting together safety and education pieces. Educate the public on why our product is safe and it's okay to use compared to years ago when there was so many other issues. The term fireworks is very broad, and so we have to differentiate ourselves from other products that do cause issues. We have to get that story out there, and we have to make sure that the general public knows that. We do that through managing other public relations firms, regional, and we do it through a national approach. And we also do it through what we'll call the regulatory environment by getting information out to the regulatory environment to make sure that they're aware that we're different. Started out in marketing, started out in sales and marketing, and then I got into the operations side of the business and worked in that for approximately 5 years, 6 years in operations, and then moved back to I was national marketing director for our chain store division. Saw opportunities to come back into the operation in the home office. I was living in Florida at the time, working kind of in both capacities at that particular time. And then one of my colleagues decided that he was going to go in a little bit different direction relative to his career, and the door opened. And I was quite frankly surprised, but I was made a partner in the business and made president of the company all in a matter of about 2 weeks.
Awesome.
So it's pretty cool.
Yeah, that is really cool.
I think the biggest single thing that my education did for me, particularly my marketing and management, I have a double major in marketing and management, is it allowed me to understand how to research. It made me think deeper. It made me understand that things aren't always as they seem, and that you need to dig a little bit. It created a sense of preparedness in me that I did not have previous to my college education. Most of my day is spent in meetings in preparation because our business is somewhat cyclical. There's a lot of difference in the business relative to what the time of year entails. We're spending an enormous amount of time doing product review. We spend an enormous amount of time doing presentation review because of the way our cycles work. Holidays are a little bit different in each of those markets and what they celebrate. So generally, from day to day, this morning I was involved in presentation review of a particular large chain. I was involved also today in the public relations side, working on some opportunities that we have in a couple of states that have expanded what they have to sell to the general consumer. So that's just kind of a snapshot.
Okay.
When I said meetings, the meetings are sometimes can be arduous. Probably one of the most frustrating things is if I'm going to a meeting and everybody's not prepared.
Mm-hmm.
Making sure that when we come to a meeting, everybody's clear about what should be discussed and having a solid agenda makes that a little bit easier. It can be very rewarding, or it can be the most frustrating thing. Probably the second most, or the most important, most rewarding thing is we do, as I said, one particular area of our business is the nonprofit area where they're raising funds for their organizations. And this last year, $6 million went back into the community through the sale of our product just for their organization in and of themselves. That's pretty rewarding. Also great fun with the idea that our retailers hold us in such high regard, and it's very rewarding to hear that your team that you work with every day is given the opportunity to do some of the things they do and be recognized by the retailers as one of the best in the business. And other retailers that our customers are in contact with, they look at it and say, why don't you do it like they do? Mm-hmm. That's rewarding to know that our team's winning. From my perspective, it's influencing the general public on influencing and informing the general public on a particular issue, whatever that issue is, and making sure that they fully understand, hopefully, if they are given all the appropriate facts, you can mold them into an action that is positive for your organization. I think that understanding that things aren't always as they seem and really capturing the idea that when I started in this role, fully grasping what you need to do as a team. It's not always about you by yourself, but it's about the team pulling together the information that you're trying to develop, and having more than one brain work on it, but having multiple brains involved in the development of whatever the issues are. I think early on in my career, I thought I could do it all, and learning quickly that you can't, and that the product that you'll produce is much better if you have multiple people with input. And then last but not least, fully understanding that research doesn't lie. Really making sure that you research every subject and make sure that you've got that solid data coming back to you to react to them instead of just your gut. The gut will get you there part of the way, but the research wins in the end.